Eastern Pacific hurricane season. It's fast approaching for the Eastern Pacific. The season begins on May 15th. We've also been talking about that, and there's been some chatter, a little chatter, not a ton, but I want to preface this by saying the NHC, National Hurricane Center, is not expecting any sort of development over the next 7 days. But that doesn't mean there isn't anything to watch. Actually, when you look at the overall pattern, it's clear to see that we've got a decent fetch of Pacific moisture. That moisture actually streams over the mountains in Mexico. It then moves into Texas, and it's in Texas where we oftentimes get the converging of these two bodies of water, at least water vapor associated with them, the Pacific, and then over there is the Gulf. So we see that rain start, but with the moisture or this conveyor belt of moisture around, it is something that the Climate Prediction Center highlights in what's called the long-range outlook. Now, this is still before Memorial Day. This really gets us to the beginning of the Eastern Pacific hurricane season. And that's the little zone where the CPC, the NHC is saying, yeah, let's watch it. Development will be possible. There is a development likely zone. That's not been issued. We've not seen that anywhere, but it's something to pay attention to. And this leads to the broader discussion, as we've talked a lot about, with the Eastern Pacific at play and possibly, most likely, an El Niño beginning to emerge. Those waters are slowly beginning to warm through the equatorial Pacific, specifically in this Niño 3.4 region. So as these are trending warmer, Melanie, it bears watching. Could this development possible zone lend itself to maybe forming into something? There's a chance.
Yeah, looking at possibly May or June that we reach specifically into that El Nino, and then possibly a super El Nino as we get through maybe the end of summer into fall. And when you have a strong El Nino like this, you can have the biggest variations in what can be what rainfall can fall across the south, southeast when you have the pattern like that. It
really, it affects the global circulation pattern. I mean, you've got the monsoon even in India that could lead to catastrophic flooding. We've seen that with stronger El Nino events in the Eastern Pacific. And when you say super El Nino, as a refresher, that's if those red lines, ultimately the white line, gets above that threshold, 2 degrees Celsius. And what's interesting is that in March, when we started talking about the possibility of a super El Nino, the average was a little lower. So now there's even higher confidence that we could ultimately see this play out. We'll end it here, but with the Eastern Pacific, as far as named storms, going back to the data from 1991 through the 90s into the early 2000s, and just a couple of years ago when we had a stronger El Nino 2023, I think actually one of the strongest El Ninos we've had among the top 5. In the Eastern Pacific, we were pretty active. We had more storms than normal. Average is about 15, so we could very well trend more active this season. We'll just see how it plays out. But it's starting. It's around the corner.
Yeah, but 31 days?
Yeah.
We're about to get there.
Crazy.